Ho ho! Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, and fellow Genshin Impact lovers and haters, welcome back. We're almost an hour late, but we're still on time. We are continuing our drip marketing coverage for Chasca. So we're here for a collected miscellany. So far from what they're releasing, I mean, after this, we're probably gonna get her actual trailer, which I hope is better than the last thing. But so far, at least trailer-wise, Chasca hasn't been strong. And the collected miscellanies are ass. So, you know, this is why I said Genshin lovers and haters, because I'm a Genshin hater. Because these shits are fucking terrible. Now, granted, the last trailer really did not do her any sort of favors, right? The last trailer was really bad. I don't want to say really bad, but the more I sat with it, the more I realized, like, it really wasn't that good. I mean, the visuals are okay, but there's not a lot of hype in my mind for Chasca. Now, granted, I could just be like an Animo hater or a Genshin hater in general, which I am. But the main issue is Chasca is competing with so many more people after her, right? Aside from Auroron, which is a 4-star, so he really doesn't matter too much. It's just like when I see what's coming out, right, in Zenless mostly, somewhat for Starro, but mostly for Zenless. It's just like these things just aren't exciting anymore. And again, the collected miscellany is so dry, it's so boring. I'll just always refer to Keeping Up with the Star Rail, right? Keeping Up with Star Rail is so much more interesting because they have little lore, they have little jokes with Owlbird and everything. It's just, man, I'm getting sick of this shit. Now, that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop reacting, although I hope it does one day, but not today. So, we're here to see Chasca's bullshit. Let's see if this will be any good. I don't think it will, though. Let's see. It's probably gonna explain, like, more on her kit, though, so we'll see. Okay, so already the first thing is, and I kind of questioned this in the trailer for last time. In the trailer, they actually had the English voices, and for those of you who don't know, Genshin is having a really big issue with its voice acting companies, at least, you know, over here and in the United States for the English version. And some lines I guess they have recorded, some they don't. And then, you know, the sad part is, right, when Genshin first came out, you know, disregarding the fact that it hasn't kept up with the times, it hasn't tried to modernize itself at all. But when Genshin first came out, one of the main selling points was that it was a game that, you know, has a voiced story, right? Like a almost fully voiced story, aside from the side quests, obviously. And they basically advertised the game as like a level of quality. This is where, I mean, obviously the other like option is to delay things, which would be horrible, especially for revenue. So obviously they don't want to delay things, but it's like, damn, for a game that kind of touted like, you know, the quality of it, it's like, damn, we can't even have the voices, and it just really breaks the immersion, especially when you're playing it and some people are voice acted and some are not. It's like, how could you let this happen, man? I mean, again, it's not fully their fault, at least I don't know, but the fact that they're letting it go and they don't have like a good solution to it is like really just, it's sad, man. But yeah, this is gonna be in Japanese, so we can lower it. Either way. Oh, look at Chasca, look at her. Oh my god, that jiggle, what the hell? It's so apparent. Dude, look at her, she looks crazy. Also, you know what I just realized? Oh my god, I think this is a level of laziness. So, right here, I don't know for sure because I don't have the side-by-side comparison. I believe she's copying Zelonen's wall hang here. I think they're reusing the animation. Which, if they are, that's really sad. My god. Japanese VAs are always good, though. Look at her, she's fucking handling it like it's an animal. Ooh, look at Aurora. Ooh, Mulan. A peacemaker. She really is like an old school westerner. Oh, look at her without her hat. How long does this shit last? That's what I'm curious about. I mean, obviously in Outlands it's gonna last longer, but... Okay. Right, it's literally better Wanderer. It lasts for a decent amount of time. Holy shit. It might last longer than Wanderer. Wow. So they're all AoE? Nice. My god. It's a charge shot, okay. So because you have to wait, that damage better be fucking large, man. I think there's any swirl bonuses here. I wonder what set she's gonna go. Probably the Night Soul Blessed one. Wow. That's crazy. Like, I wonder if her DPS can, like, keep up. Last in, first out. Wow. So she's a charged attacker. She could use new Valette set, maybe. Okay. So yeah, she has to be like a main DPS because you don't want to like off-field her. You can't even off-field her with anything. And her ult is literally just Tighnari on roids. Or Animo Tighnari ult, I guess. Seeing her use the bow is so funny. Like, it looks so awkward seeing her use the bow after she just used this big-ass gun. Okay, so the ult goes through elemental conversion as well, it looks like. Okay. And here we see her talent. Ooh. Oh? What? Wait, so she could do like off-field damage too? There's no way that's gonna be a lot though. That if that's a lot, it's either gonna be gimmicky or actually really good. There's no way that's gonna be good though. There's no way. That's just an easy free damage. What? Oh wow, you can just get flogged for killing shit. Aw, but you can't trigger it anywhere else. You have to be in the overworld. That's sad. It's not bad though. Bro, if you're just in the air, you can just use her. That's crazy. That is wild. Oh shit, the animals. Ooh, they didn't want to show violence. They make her seem like a peacemaker, even though that's supposed to be Kanisha's job. They're kind of stepping on Kanisha's like lore with this. So she's getting paired with Furina for more just off-field damage. So you ideally want something that just continues to work while she's on field. I wonder how she works with Bennett. Like if she's like far above it, will that even like proc? So maybe you'd want like obviously Furina, Yumiko. Huh. Barzon maybe. Since it's charge attack, she might work with Zhangyun, aka Cloud Retainer. I mean, she should work with Cloud Retainer. She grew up with literal birds. Ew, look at that fucking ugly ass bird. It's so young and ugly. Looks like we should eat it for Thanksgiving. Man, this is like the cowboy ranch. Wait, they have fucking pigeons there? What? Oh god, that thing looks crazy. It looks like a mix between a flamingo. Yo, look at her butt. Oh my god. She's riding into the sunset like the cowboys do. That's hilarious. Okay. So, this was interesting. Again, I don't know if it's like... It's very weird. I can't fully put my finger on it. But, I mean, obviously this was in Japanese, so again, it hasn't gotten any, like, you know, good points for that. But aside from, like, lacking immersion, Chasca seems interesting, gimmicky. Like, again, if you like Wanderer, if you like movement, because again, I think this is one of the best movement abilities in Alan thus far, right? We'll see what Malvika has. And, she might have a fucking motorcycle for all we know. But Chaska's one, her movement's really good. Her gameplay seems weird. From all things I'm like seeing and I'm feeling out with my vast years of experience in Genshin, part of me thinks she could be good, even though I don't fully know how. Like, I don't know how she's gonna compete with Zhao unless she just does that much damage. Like, her kit doesn't inherently look OP. It's just, do they want to tune her like crazy? Like, aside from the movement thing, her kit takes a while to do. It's very like stagnant and static. It's very cut and dry copy paste, because it's not even like you're switching in and out of people. Now, granted, Nuvolet's the same way, right? Like Nuvolet, you just you use the skill, you charge up the attack, that's it. You just hydro beam them. But Chaska's weird because you have to wait longer, and if the payoff isn't good, I feel like she's gonna feel very much like shit. At least with like someone like Kanich, right? Like, it's constant action. You kind of have to play a little mini game. You have to like go left or right. There's like stuff you can do. With Chaska, you're in the air, so you're somewhat safe. You're immune from knockback, I believe, and you just have to charge up and shoot them. So unless you're doing like nuke damage, which I don't think you are, because it looks like it could be more AoE than anything. Or if there's more than one enemy, the damage obviously gets lowered probably. I don't know. It seems really weird, like almost like a cross hybrid between Navia, but not really because she just has an ammo system, and Wanderer. Like, I really don't know how much she's gonna shake things up. I don't like. It's in their best interest to make her nuke. I just don't think I could see her nuking with the type of kit she has. I don't think she's gonna be competitive. And sadly, thus far, especially with the new Valet reroll coming up, at least with the competition, and this is where I forgot to go over the criteria, but I already have, in the previous video, but I'll do it here too. And this is kind of updated now. So in terms of criteria, right? Number one is meta gameplay. Aside from the movement ability, which now that I have Xilonen, I really don't need Chasca. I would like Chasca, sure, right? Like, I love flying around, especially outside of Nylon. It would be very useful. Like, the ultimate, like, movement team would be, like, her, Wanderer, Yelan, and probably someone else, who knows. But, maybe Farina, just to get on the water. But, like, I just don't see... I mean, again, we have to see numbers, but, like, I can see a very real world where she doesn't compete too well. But first criteria, meta gameplay-wise, I don't think meta-wise she'll be great unless they really, really push her numbers. I do like her little flying gimmick, but is that enough to make me sacrifice Primos for? No. Her look, number two, it's pretty good. She's a hot, sexy cowgirl. She got the jiggle. Everything's great there. Lore-wise, I think she's kind of really bland. Again, slight spoilers for the story here, but a lot of her story has really just passed at this point. Obviously, they can tack on more. They can add new shit. And we're obviously going to go into her background as well, especially with the tribal quest we're going to get. It just really feels like we just experienced all of Chaska's stuff already, and anything now is just like appended. It's extra. It doesn't feel like the main thing. And then obviously the fourth and secret criteria, which I always bring up sometimes, is competition. Nuvolet's coming, Sitlali's coming, Malvika's coming. I think sadly we're only going to probably do at most a 20 shot, probably a 10 shot. I think a 10 shot is more likely, but that's so far what I'm feeling about Chasca. I think she's either A, getting unlucky, or B, she's just kind of simple, which again isn't necessarily a bad thing, but with who she's competing for, I feel like the Animo class is the element is, I think, severely lacking a pretty fun DPS, because it's just Zhao, Zhang Yun, I believe it's Zhang Yun, right? I don't remember Cloud Retainer's like actual name, but it's Zhao, Cloud Retainer, and that's pretty much it. Wanderer, I guess. Venti, I guess, even though Venti's not a DPSer, and he's massively been power crept by people like Coswell. It's just, man, I feel like Anmo just gets the shit out of the stick. But either way, I'm not really feeling Chasca. I mean, we'll react to her trailer. I think after that, there'll probably be nothing left, so there's not much with her. So that's good and bad in different ways. Good for me because I don't really care about reacting to Genshin. Bad for Genshin, though. But either way, I hope everyone enjoyed. I hope you watch me at Twitch TV/Tecnics channel.